Hey everybody, just starting the workout. I got the podcast going here in the corner and in my ear so I can listen to it. So let's see if we can do this. I don't know about the sound level balance here because I'm just listening to straight the podcast because the podcast monitor is on delay, which is kind of, I don't know how to deal with that in this mobile live situation.
There was just like I think I want to say there was an injury as well to Pavelski's wrist, and I think Jumbo started dealing with an injury as they got deeper into that series, and it's just those things like they pile up, and that was the reason why they were not able to go to the Cup final. Although I can make an argument that that first round series between the Sharks and Vegas was the real Cup final, not to take anything away from the Blues, but that was two teams at their peak. It had to go Game 7 overtime for a reason. And what always makes me kind of laugh about how cruel sports are, not just because of the unfortunate outcomes sometimes, the night or the game before Game 6, that's a game that gets forgotten because of Game 7. Game 6 goes to double overtime.
Let's see if I can just do the metronome and not. You guys won't hear it, or maybe I can do it from here, right? I'm not gonna.
An odd angle for Fleury to try and pick up, and it beats him. And we never talk about the double overtime, amazing game before. We just talk about Game 7 because it was the amazing comeback. But Game 6, I'm like, guys, go back, find the film. That game was absolutely amazing as well. So I think when it comes for the pure sake of talent, I go to that 2019 team. And I think about the injuries hadn't derailed them. But, I mean, it is hard. There was also the year they won the Presidents. I mean, it's an interesting discussion. But I do always come back to that 2019 team just because Howard, it was the
So I'm listening to the Bluetooth from my computer, and this is trying to send me the metronome on Bluetooth. So, I guess I can just watch it.
I grew up as a Ranger fan, and it was very similar to what Shark fans are going through. Actually,
Okay.
when I was
What
a
if
kid,
I
like,
just?
the Rangers
I'm
had
just
a
gonna
lot of great
record.
teams, but they could never get past the Islanders. When I was a kid, they had to contend with that Islander dynasty, etc. And dude, when you said President's Trophy, it brings back like horrific memories because I always feel like when you win the President's Trophy, it's like that's the kiss of death. It's like, okay, that means we're going to lose in the first round. I hate the President's Trophy. I wish that like teams would drop a couple intentionally just to avoid that because there is a lot of superstition in hockey, Tony, and I feel like, how do you feel about that, Rames? The President's Trophy curse, it scares me.
It does scare me because, like, you think back to a couple of years ago, Boston, they had the best regular season in the first round. You go back to 2019, the year of the Sharks.
All right, let's see if I can do it with this the beanie that Low Steve likes.
They lost
All right.
in the first round. And I want to say off the top of my head, when the Sharks won the Presidents, they lost in the first round as well. And, like, there's just no accounting for it. And, I know that they don't touch it when they win it, and guys are very superstitious about that. And
Ain't no superstition.
All science, cut through the nonsense, except like.
All right, let's see if I can do stuff without the metronome.
Did I wear for the last game? I'm gonna put those back on, like that type of stuff. I get the superstition. I understand how that creeps into your head. But yeah, it is weird how that works itself out. And
3, 2, 3.
I would take any winning season for the Sharks right now. Let me be clear. If they end up winning the Presidents this year, I'm not going to complain. But yeah, you can't help but think about those things. It's not just hockey either. Like, think about how many times the best regular season team does not have that great run in the postseason.
6,
So it is something to be superstitious about when you've been good for a while. Dude, it's great. Anytime you guys want me, I am more than happy to come on and talk about whatever. I know you guys were talking 49ers on the way in. I'm of the mind that this is the year. Make sure everybody stays healthy. Not that big on Brock playing already because I'm like, what if he needs the surgery like Burrow after this game? What's everybody going to say? I remember going back to Kevin Durant when he came and played and blew out his Achilles. Everybody never let that go. Yep. Luckily he was able to come back, but I don't know, with injuries and years where you're not going to win a championship or not contend for one, I get a little nervous. I'm like, is this really the right news or the right thing to do? Fortunately, guys, doctors, professional sports medicine people, they know a lot more than me. So that's where I try to quantify things. Like, my discomfort, not the final deciding factor, thankfully.
No, but I feel like I do.
I was going to ask you something about Joe Pavelski, but that can wait for a second. You're right, dude. Watching the game on Sunday is going to be a very bizarre viewing because of, like, watching Brock Purdy's kind of every move to make sure that he's okay on almost every play. And when he gets tackled, oh my God, is he going to get up? Oh, okay, he got up. Okay, good. Okay, why did that throw sail high?
He's there.
Was he not able to put pressure on his toe?
Well, because he looked so uncomfortable against Jacksonville.
Right.
It was immediately apparent. It's like, oh, there's something not right. By the way, I get nervous every single time McCaffrey touches the ball too. Am I alone in that? I can't think that I'm alone.
No, you're not alone, dude. But I think like Shanahan's like, okay, how much longer do we have Trevor Williams? How much longer do we have George Kittle? How much longer do we have McCaffrey? Like, we're in this window is kind of like closing. It's slowly closing, but it is closing.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're just trying to, I don't know, get the most they can. But I'm with you, Ted. This move of Purdy coming back, it's very interesting because also it's not like Mac Jones is not playing well.
Dude, Mac Jones and his nervous giggle as Matty Barrow does. In interviews, it makes me smile and giggle along with him every time. Like, how do you not like this guy? I love Mac Jones.
No, I agree. Mac Jones has been a godsend. I mean, he got thrown into the Lions and he posted a 5-3 record. I have no complaints about Mac Jones. Hey, last thing for you today, Rames, because we still got a million things we got to do today. One of our great listeners is on the board right now. His name is Pinaki, and he said, hey, I'll read you the message. He says, since Ted Ramey is also the voice of the Earthquakes, don't forget to give him a special shout out and ask for some thoughts on Wondolowski making the Hall of Fame first ballot. And he was always a great friend of the Merck and Mac show. Wondolowski, like he was really good with us many times over the years. So there you go.
Did you ever get a Wando bar? Did you get a Wando bar?
Did I ever get a Wando bar? Dude, my only problem is I don't have enough Wando bars. That's my biggest complaint. I need a new shipment. But Ted, before we let you go, a couple of words on the Quakes and Wondolowski.
Yeah, Wando is, he's a legend. He's Major League Soccer's all-time leading goal scorer. And, right now, because Major League Soccer is a 30-year-old league, roughly, it doesn't carry the same weight with people that probably should, because that record has a good chance of lasting for a while because he was so fit and so consistent, so deep into his career. He just, double-digit goal-scoring season after double-digit goal-scoring season. And also just, like, the greatest dude. Grew up here in the 925, went to LaSalle, then went to Chico. The ultimate underdog story. He started out as a reserve. He wasn't even in Major League Soccer after he was drafted by the Earthquakes. The team goes to Houston. He comes back and breaks out as a star in the league, like pretty well established into his 20s when no one is expecting him to, and then just is, a badass until he retires.
All right. Just technical difficulties.
Just a great goal scorer, a great representative of not just the Earthquakes, but of the Bay Area and of American soccer overall. He's an ambassador for that overall
All right.
scene. Because Wando, it's one of the great nicknames in the history of sports. One of the great all-time sports trivia things is there was a time when they had 3 W's in his name on the United States men's national team. They just threw in another one for wins, I guess we'll say. But yeah, dude, just such a solid guy and such a nice guy. Very much like you were talking about Celebrini, an NHL guy.
All right, I'm gonna have to can the
superstar. Like, I've heard
because I don't think I'm getting.
people playing like softball.
I'm streaming the podcast, and so it's interfering with my stream.
Chris Wondolowski, and he's like, oh yeah, man, what's going on? Like, just walking you out here, but so Wando's the man. Quakes didn't make the playoffs this year, just on the outside looking in. They've got the best coach in the history of American soccer, Bruce Arena, leading things right now. And I think things are going to be pretty bright for the next season. So I'm very much excited for that. Calling those Earthquakes games is so much fun. PayPal Park, we're going to get you guys down together. We got a big bar, so it makes it an easy sell. But I know you guys got stuff to get to, and I might not be exactly short-winded. So I'll wrap it up with that, guys. But thank you so much for having me on. This is always fun.
We love you, Ted. Everybody support Ted Ramey, NBC Sports Bay Area, Sharks Audio Network, his work with the Earthquakes, as we just talked about. Ted, we love you, buddy. Onward and upward. We'll talk to you again soon, bro.
Love you right back at both of you guys. Take care.
Thanks. Ted Ramey, everybody, one of the all-time greats in the Bay Area, and as you can see, just a super cool guy. We've always been big fans of Rames, dude. Always. For years. He's another one of the KMBR castaways, part of the KMBR family.
Let's get rid of him. He's no good.
First thing you got to do is get rid of Ted Ramey. That's good. What do you want to talk about today, guys? Well, we got to find a way to get Ramey out of here. That's number one. And then we'll deal with Paulie Mac, Tony, Brooks, Tolbert, and everybody else. One at a time. Let's start with Ramey and we'll work from there. But Ted is the best, and he's great. I got to tell you the truth, too, man. I admire guys like Ted and I would say Brian Murphy is like this, too. Guys that are so comfortable on TV when they do TV work. I got to tell you the truth, Tony. I've never, ever, ever been comfortable on TV, and that goes to this day. Like the other day, we shot that Kron commercial. Dude, I'm squirming like a freaking convict in those things. Like, I'm sweating. The lights are shining on me. It's hard. I don't like all that stuff. But anyway, Ted is fantastic. He's so comfortable. He's so at ease. You watch him on pre and post with the Sharks, you'll see what I'm saying.
Totally, 100%. Well, I know I'm gonna
See if I can change the encoder in the middle of the stream.
Same thing of like that's why I got into radio. If I wanted to be on TV, I would have pursued the TV route of sports media. But
44% drop frames. Jesus Christ.
Right now, here we are.
You have to do the visual now, though. You have to. You have to present the show with that element, the visual element, or else you're not going anywhere. Like, it really will not be acknowledged. So it's just.
Ted, he emulates the phrase "bald is beautiful." So I love that he rocks the baldness pride, and he's a bald brother for life.
Let me ask you a question, Tony. I'm noticing a trend here, and I'm starting to get like a complex about this. Am I less of a friend of yours because I still have some hair? Definitely. I feel like you're closer to people without hair, and now I'm starting to get jealous. Like, what can I do?
Yeah, you definitely are a notch below.